This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Irish Spring.
Come on now. Corona out here.
That's where I'm going. Spring is coming, and I just want to remind y'all to wash your whole ass.
Yeah.
And body. And body before coming out in the public while you're out in the public.
Come on.
Being musty and coronavirus are
Don't
real.
go together.
No, but they're real though. They both can happen at the same time.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh! I didn't listen to Here For It podcast. So they can
Protect yourself and the public with Irish Spring or whatever your favorite soap is.
What about Zest? That's affordable.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it stinks sometimes.
Because you love Irish Spring. We go over your house and it's Irish Spring.
I don't
Bar
have
soap, body wash, whatever you could get this week.
I don't have no Irish Spring right now. All of it is Bath and Body Works.
So you just got your Texas.
No, I
Wow.
had them. I had mine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm.
We still got a lot of things. In the time of coronavirus, we may have to slow down on slutting and passing blunts.
Oh, yeah. Don't be sharing saliva with people.
Listen, I'm all for it. Wait till the summer come and then this thing cool down a little
You
bit.
sound like Trump.
If it do, it may not.
Okay.
Honestly,
All right.
truly,
All right.
I just don't want the pandemic to come to the black gays. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, not down to
And
the
I know
southeast.
that we can spread it real. If one of us gets it in Atlanta, we all about to get it.
Sure, your status.
Very ghetto. I would not recommend it.
1 star.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, aka the gay G.I. Joe, BKA the original president of the Yahya Abdul Mateen II fan club and baby mama.
I contest that because that made him my MC.
No, ma'am.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna make a tweet about it and go,
What was the first thing you saw him in?
"Yo legs."
No,
and then
what
I
else? Okay,
Anyway,
so that's why I'm the president.
Anyway, so shout out to the Get Down.
Well, okay, would you see him in before that?
Between your legs, cool.
Okay.
You just
That's
want
what I
to
thought.
have them.
What else did you
have
see?
this moment? Have this moment.
And if it's a moment, then I'll take it.
That's all you're
Bitch,
supposed
walk
to get
out-
with my man.
walk out and
That's
cry.
all you're
Walk out
supposed
and
to
cry,
get
Nene.
With my man.
Walk out and cry.
Maybe you can convince Hope because you ain't convincing me. Shout out to my husband.
I don't have to convince Hope.
You
because
are already engaged
Hope knows
to be married.
Hope knows, and so does my fiance.
What did Nene tell Star? She said, "This is the streets. You might be educated in the books, but this is the streets." Wait, not about my man Yaya. He's mine.
You live on Connecticut Avenue.
You got a job at Apple. You got a job at Apple.
Stop it. Talk about this is the streets. Do you know what's outside right here? It's little dogs and white women running. This is not the streets.
And it is so scary.
No.
It is. I'm like, man, if you don't get this little chihuahua looking thing out the way, you will get the ghetto.
Who are you?
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters and, of course, RonaldMatters.com. I am lobbying for votes on the LGBT Legends Awards down in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm nominated for the things and doing the things. It's the pinned tweet on my Twitter profile. Please go vote for me. The LGBT Legends Awards coming up this summer during Pride Month in Memphis. And also...
Are there any other legends nominated?
And also, in April, Ronald Matters will be 10 years old. So, shout out to me. Like, so what is my name going to be? And what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? And then just taking that and making that a thing 10 years later, next month. Wow. So I'm just so proud of me. Anyway, what's our icebreaker this week?
Our icebreaker this week is, if you were a sex toy, which sex toy would you be?
I think we had this conversation on the Patreon, but you know the little thing that the people are putting in their butts, and it's just like tickling their butts so hard. I think it's a prostate massager. They're putting it in the butt, and it's up in there, and it's vibrating. These men are ejaculating and screaming and hollering and shaking. And I gotta stay prayed up. I want to be that.
So you want to be in somebody's butt?
If I was gonna be a sex toy, I would want to be that. I want to be in the ass.
Really?
I want to be in that ass.
Oh.
Making you come. Maybe I'm living out my dumb top fantasy or something.
I guess that's what that sounds like.
Yeah, whatever that little thing is.
Because when you deep in ass and you are a sex toy, you can't see him come.
Cool.
You just have to.
I'm not offended.
You just have to believe that that's what's going on.
Yeah,
on the
well, he
outside.
turned it off. Hopefully, he got a nut. If he didn't get a nut and he turned me off, put me back in the drawer. Oh, you gotta wash it before you put it back in the drawer. Corona. But woo, tequila. So yeah, I would want to be that. I want to be right, not too far up in that ass, but right there to get that thing shaking.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
an ASMR sex toy as well.
Thank you.
Is that the sound that it makes?
Yes.
Okay, work. I want to be a sex mannequin.
What that is?
You don't know what a sex
I
mannequin
like the
is?
whole dog.
Yeah.
I gotta carry this 5'8" thing around when I want to nut. No, it's too much cleanup.
If I'm gonna be a doll, I'm gonna be 5'10".
You gonna lie?
This is gonna be a fantasy.
Okay.
But the sex mannequins have like realistic dicks, realistic asses, chests. People like are in. There's a video of this woman marrying her sex mannequin in China.
I want to say because a man or a woman is married to their dog.
Yes.
Somewhere.
So I could still be out here and be sexing. So I want to be a sex mannequin.
And then like they come in different positions. Like if you know that you like the missionary position, you can buy a sex doll that's already in missionary position.
Yeah. See, that's the life of me.
I guess
and he gonna be well taken care of. He gonna be washed thoroughly. She gonna like pretend feed him and stuff. Watch TV with him.
Oh.
Tell him that she loves him. All of those things. That's emotional support to a sex toy. Now you wish you changed your answer.
No, I don't. Actually, I'm still fine with being in that ass. All up in there like.
Okay, so you living out your fantasy then.
Thank
Cool.
you.
'Cause that's not.
Thank you. It's mine.
Support for this ghetto ass podcast
Yeah.
comes from a couple from a couple awesome donors and from the beautiful people listening like you. If you would like to see this podcast continue and thrive into our past our third year, excuse me. You can get over to our Patreon right now and support for at least $1 a month. You get exclusive content every time we feel like giving you exclusive.
Yeah, because today wasn't it.
But most of the time it's weekly content. It will be audio, video, pictures, anything that would be exclusive to our patrons that they request, that will not be released anywhere else on Obama's internet. If you ain't got $1, you can support this podcast by making sure that you subscribe and share the episode with your social media communities. If there was something that you learned, something that you laughed at, or something that you shaded, share it with your communities. They could use a laugh, they could use some knowledge, and they could definitely use some shade.
Oh, that was weak. Help me. There you go. You won. Oh, yours was better than mine. Wow.
I'm a sex mannequin.
Cool.
Our word of the day this week is scab.
It sounds like the relationship, and then you just need it one more time, so you peel at the relationship in hopes, and then you're like, girl, now just the dick this time. So you peel at it again. They're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna promise you that I'm a cook, but you can come over here, and then it leads to sex because that's what you originally wanted. But then you realize that this wound got to heal, girl. I got to stop calling him. Is that what a scab is?
That sounds like...
That's the way my girlfriends always... See, you keep pulling the scab off of it. And I'm like, girl, but the dick is good.
This sounds like a Tamar Braxton song.
It sounds like our conversations offline.
Your conversation to me, that's not my conversation.
Woo! Anyway, I feel triggered. Why'd you do this to me?
Scab, because that's not what scab means at all. I mean, that could be an alternative definition. Put your version in Wikipedia, whatever you want to do.
Not Merriam-Webster. Wikipedia. Wow, that was very low.
Well, Merriam-Webster has a process of actually approving.
Okay, so
shit.
scab means
sex coercively assigned at birth. So I'm gonna say it one more time because I fucked up sexually. Sex coercively assigned at birth. SCAB. Scab. Or AMAB, assigned male at birth.
Oh, okay. I was like, that sounds like assigned female at birth. Okay, me assigned female. Yeah, I got a bang. I had to flip it.
Y'all didn't see the way I looked at them. So both of these phrases are intentionally used to discredit someone's trans journey. Coercion, the practice of trying to persuade someone. So you are a brand new baby, you born, just come out the vagina. The doctor, in however much of his wisdom, looks at your genitalia and says, I am assigning you this for the rest of your life because it looks like this and that's what I know. That is a form of them coercing you to believe that whatever gender your genitalia looked like when you came out has to be your gender for the rest of your life and is your gender, because even then they may not be correct. So scab and AMAB are terms to characterize what is done in most of the world and what has created the most scars, if you will, for trans people, because they were sex coercively assigned at birth, or assigned male at birth, or assigned female at birth, regardless of who they are or who they had a chance to become. So that is our word of the day, scab, W-E-R-D. Our affirmation this week is, death is never the end. The cycle will continue. The lessons will be applied. The love will be remembered and cherished. Death is a break from this corporeal existence. It is not to be feared, for we will all get there. Why be afraid that your car got to its intended destination? You only die once. Your memory is no longer sketched into the fabric of the people you touched. So be affirmed by that, because it will touch everyone at any time and at all times sometimes. On a lighter note, last week we dragged DL disasters. Unfortunately, this week we have to cover another disaster. If you don't know the name Gabriel Fernandez, please Google him, or check out the new Netflix documentary.
Is this that Netflix thing I was supposed to watch?
Or check out the new Netflix documentary about his life and death. This is not really spoiler talk, because this shit happened. Girl. Yeah, this shit happened years ago. The Netflix documentary is called The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez. I'm going to open this commentary with a few descriptions. A bullet wound, too many bruises to count, cuts on his penis, cigarette marks all over his body, signs of strangulation on his throat from the front and the back, rope burn on his wrists and ankles. These are the words that the medical professionals that saw him when he came into the emergency room described when they saw his body. And if you know any emergency room professionals, nurses, doctors, any other professional in the allied health market, we're not scared of many things that come into the emergency room. We're very rarely shocked to see many things. But when you see it come in on a child of the size of Gabriel, it's extremely shocking. So the documentary talked about first what happened to him, who his parents really were, how he had been passed through his family to avoid keeping him out of the system, quote unquote. And really, who knows if the system might have been better for his ass in the end. It came out that they had some feelings about his perceived femininity, and his parent, his mom, and it was his mom's boyfriend, so it wasn't his dad, but his dad was in jail for unrelated crimes. Another story for another day. They were the personification of I would rather have a dead child than a dead child. They literally were that.
Dead child than a gay child.
Yeah, because they killed him. They would rather have him dead.
I ain't seen it yet.
They would rather have had him dead than have him be a gay child, and then have him grow up to be a gay person. And this is just one story that we know about. This happens so much. There's a reason why that saying is common and why that saying rings a bell is because it happens so much. Jackie Lacey
is that in this documentary?
Is in this documentary as well.
Jackie Lacey?
We have talked about Jackie Lacey.
That sounds like a district attorney or somebody.
She is a district attorney that
Los
we've talked
Angeles.
About.
Arrest that buck hashtag. Oh.
Okay,
wow,
so it's coming back to
full circle. Here we go.
Yeah. So again, if you have not listened to previous episodes of this podcast, we have dragged Jackie Lacey from here to China Sea, and the dragon continues.
Yeah.
So in this, she's at the center of this documentary.
That's why I was supposed to watch it, because I was like, the lady that was over the Ed Buck case was on this, and
The raggedy district attorney responsible for Ed Buck being on city streets longer than he deserved is particularly at the center of this controversy.
Mm-hmm.
So the juxtaposition that I'm going to make here is when there's a quote unquote rich white man, because we don't know where rich really came from or how he was perceived to be rich. When a rich white man is out here, that was real southern sounding, out here doing crimes and killing people, he's allowed to be on the streets by this district attorney. It took massive protest and massive pressure before he was even arrested. Mm-hmm. After killing 2 gay black men.
And other people who had barely survived came out to tell their stories.
When the perpetrators are Latino and Latina, get their ass the fuck out of here. She was pressing for the death penalty. They were in jail weeks after Gabriel was in the emergency room and presumed dead. And the death penalty was already being sought for.
So this was California.
This is Los Angeles.
California, yeah. So they definitely, the anti-Latino thing is...
She pursued the death penalty so hard.
And fast. You said 3 weeks?
Fast.
3 weeks after the baby
They were
died.
already in jail, but, through the process, she was already pushing for the death penalty. I do think that they should die as well. So I'm not questioning her judgment there. I'm questioning on why it's not across the board.
Look at how different this situation went compared to that situation.
Yeah, why is it not across the board? What's the difference here? Poor Latinos, rich white man.
Who are the culprits?
Jackie Lacey, what's the questions? And more importantly, where is the same energy for this white criminal?
Yeah.
And they wonder why the protesters are outside of her house day and night on her porch. There was a video that came out the other day of her husband coming to the porch
Today
with
as we record.
I thought I saw it yesterday.
Okay.
Pointing a gun at protesters for protesting in front of their house. And I was like, well, there's a reason why.
Well, y'all can okay, well, here I go. I'm okay with y'all protesting out there on the sidewalk. Like this local government funded the sidewalk. Cool. If y'all are on my front porch, sweetie, so that means you came up the driveway. You done walked across my lawn. Lawn care ain't cheap. Get gone now, cause y'all up here at my door. Y'all up here at my door? Seriously? Get. My cable shit about to jump out. Get off my porch. Get off my porch. Now, protest. Black Lives Matter. Lacey is a horrible human being. Cool
and Brown
story,
Lives
bro.
Matter as well. So the Black Lives Matter protesters are protesting the atrocities that she's done for
that
Ed Buck. But the brown life that mattered was Gabriel Fernandez, that was unjustly killed, and social workers throughout. Again, I don't want to tell the whole documentary. I don't want to take it away from y'all, but go watch the documentary. There was multiple people.
Gotta watch it now.
There were multiple people throughout the process that was seeing all this shit happen to Gabriel and then sending his ass right back home. Like, I don't got time to fill out the paperwork. I'm busy. I got 200 patients. Well, this one came in here bleeding. You gonna send him back home bleeding?
Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta watch it. So I'm gonna have a review next week. Is it a 3-hour sit down?
Yeah, it's like 6 episodes.
It's episodes and episodes. Okay. All right.
Next, I don't even know how to characterize this one.
Well, let's just breeze through it.
No.
Okay.
Because we covered the original story, so this is the follow up to the original story. Crew Club was about to be shut down. We reported that on this here podcast.
They had the final.
Let me.
Oh.
Crew Club was about to be shut down, and we was up in arms because we done lost another gay space that we can go fuck and suck and do all the things that we want to in this area of Washington, D.C. /DMV because we ain't got that many spaces to do that.
Yeah.
And y'all already be telling us we can't even do it at home and not on OnlyFans either. So they had their last night, allegedly, this past Saturday.
I want to say because it just happened. We just said goodbye. The
They
body
came
getting back
back
up out the ground. The body getting back up out the ground. That's not how this works, man.
Who got the body? You know who got the body? Crew Club. Crew Club got the body because Crew Club came back out and said, "No, we're gonna stay open."
We were just relocating.
They fucked around and gooped us into flooding the goddamn club.
Literally.
That was on point. That was on purpose. I meant to say that.
Okay.
They fucked around and told us to come and flood the club. They got over, as far as people were counting, over 300 people came in one night.
Literally.
You see that's a pun. That's
wow, bro. What's a pun?
It's a big pun.
Whatever. Okay, so then they released the iOS.
They basically had a rent party.
Damn.
And so if you don't know what a rent party is, it's basically when you know the rent is coming up and you're like, shit, I ain't got the money, so let's have a party and then have everybody chip in $5.
Tisha bring $20.
Yeah.
Tisha got
and
$20.
then we're gonna have the rent money at the end of the party. That's what these white gays did. They gooped us into telling us it's closing. Oh my God, we're gonna lose the Crew Club, and get us all talking about it on social media just to get people to come in on one night, bring in all this money, and then they allegedly pay their rent, and it's gonna stay open. Let me read the actual article.
And what's the website? Is this website legit?
Yeah.
Okay.
America's LGBT news source.
Okay.
One day after as many as 300 people turned out for its official closing party on Saturday night, Crew Club announced on its Facebook page, in a quote, unexpected turn of events, the DC gym, sauna, and bathhouse for gay men plans to stay open. The owners, I ain't gonna say their names because they really don't need no promotion.
She a scammer.
He said he signed some contracts and blah, blah, blah. And now all of a sudden he got all the money to stay open for one night, from one night only. Crew Club, y'all tried it. Y'all really tried it. The only thing I'm legit, like, I guess I'm happy about is like the marketing plan. Though it was a scam, it's a marketing idea.
It works for Town, because Town coming back too in the church. I mean, the white gays are in a renaissance here in DC.
The gays that own Town also own 3 other gay bars, clubs in the DC area. So
everybody got a solo
They already
project.
had money to do things like this. They didn't need to go and raise money to pay the rent. No shade. Well, shade.
Next story. It's a scam.
It's a scam.
It's a scam. I mean, that's the conclusion. Scam.
Y'all can go back out to Crew Club this weekend. Is the happy note of that. Go back out, get your life. Take your prep and whatever else you got to take with you. RuPaul's Drag Race came back again. Back again.
Yeah.
This is season 12. It was a really good episode for me. I wasn't expecting a good episode. I was just watching it to watch something gay on TV because there's nothing gay on TV, especially nothing with gay, queer people of color on TV at all. So I watched the ones for me to watch for the rest of the season because we only got to meet half the cast this episode.
Yep.
And RuPaul is saying we're having 2 premieres. And I'm
Yep.
like, well, that means it's not a premiere. If it's 2 episodes on different days, that's not a premiere. That's 2 parts.
Okay.
But she's RuPaul. She can say whatever she wants to, apparently. What I got from this episode was the ones to watch for me are Britta, Nikki Doll, because the types like Nikki Doll have won before. I can look at like 5 previous Nikki Dolls that have won. Gigi Good, similar case, same girls that either win or get really high in the competition, and my girl Widow Von Doom turned it the whole episode for me, turned it. And by looking at the promo, I didn't even like her in the promo. She was basically really invisible to me during like when they were doing their introductions and when they were doing their behind the scenes stuff. I was like, okay, it's just a black queen, but I know how the show does, and she's gonna be like the second or third to go home. But she killed it in this first episode. I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened if y'all have not seen it, but the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, great. Those are the ones to watch for me. Do you have any ones to watch?
Your friend from Ramseur, North Carolina.
Oh, yes.
The city is a total of 1.7 square miles. How is it the whole city? 1.7 square miles? And her name, Heidi in Closet. Y'all have to give her space to be great, because she need a lot of space.
No, apparently not a lot.
Very humble beginnings for Heidi in Closet. So I'm really glad that a black queen with that background is being given the space. She said, yes, I know now I just go do my makeup different. And I know that you have to paint different for TV. You have to paint, and those types of stories need to continue to be told. But then we also drag the girls because they always hiring
But
designers.
this season 12 of Drag Race, you shouldn't have to tell a girl bring glamorous makeup to the drag competition.
And who she is right now got her to RuPaul's Drag Race. And we're sitting here talking about her.
You were talking about her. I missed it. The girls I want to talk about, I covered already. I'm giving you your space.
But, yeah, shout out to our Faith. I think we're officially endorsing her.
We're both on.
We need
Widow.
to make a graphic.
We're both on Team Widow.
You know, the girls are making graphics that I'm endorsing Senator Sanders as my candidate, and I'm endorsing Elizabeth Warren. I think as a podcast, we need to just go and endorse Widow and just get those signs made and post them on our Twitters.
I think it's too early for that. This is the first debate. You know, remember in the first I ain't going to say it because that's going to bring up heartache. And that was a black queen as well.
I do like Britta though.
I like Britta. She just had a bad episode.
I think somebody like Gigi Good gonna take it though.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
Somebody like it's not.
Or Nikki Doll. Nikki Doll is literally French Aquaria.
So
she's literally Aquaria, but in France.
So we gotta keep watching. Who are you guys rooting for? Let us know down in the comments below.
That's the other thing. So there are only 13 announced queens.
Okay.
Who's the 14th queen?
There's a 14th queen. Oh, okay. This is news. How we get to 14 queens? Are there usually 14 queens? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I don't know.
Who's the 14th queen? So I think she's bringing somebody back, and that's also going to be a part of a surprise in the next episode to get people jazzed to watch.
RuPaul's Drag Race season 11. Okay, let me see. I did. Ooh, you done more than me. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, oh, no, my math bad.
Anyway, moving right along.
So there was 14 contestants, you say?
Yeah.
There was, because they had 14 episodes, and the winner was, okay, all right, okay, cool. Oh, okay.
Talking about white establishments.
RuPaul's Drag Race?
Have you seen the winners of this show?
Oh.
Okay, now you go. Okay, we gonna have brand motherfucking news.
But what did you guys think about RuPaul's Drag Race? We love having the conversation with you. You know, that's the show we watch right now. So that's the show we watch. Till Paul's come back.
Yeah. Oh,
and we ain't
gonna get that no time soon, apparently.
Okay.
I'm trying not to be sad. Speaking of white establishments, and white establishment, there's a Trump-themed coffee shop encouraging customers to bring guns as it opens next door to an LGBT bar.
That's good.
Is it?
Because the moment one of them do something or say something to one of us, they're going to get fucked up.
Well, they're bringing guns to gay bars
To
that don't.
fairy parties. Why would you bring a gun to a fairy party? Man, we're fairies, man.
They. This is, to me, it's irresponsible because it's in the same state that Pulse happened. This is in Largo, Florida. I don't even know
Of course it's in fucking Florida. Of course it's in Florida.
Yeah, so I don't know where the fuck Largo, Florida is, but Orlando, Florida is a real city. Pulse nightclub shooting was a real thing of people just being at the club enjoying themselves and someone with an agenda coming in with a weapon to stop them. And so again, we're also coming into Pride season and the anniversary of Pulse, where this coffee shop is opening and inviting people to come in with weapons because it's an open carry state. The name of the bar is called Conservative Grounds. The creators, I don't give a fuck, white and whiter. Conservative Grounds is creating a network of places where conservative camaraderie can take place without the scourge of liberalism, next to a gay bar.
Bye.
As we grow, so will our outreach of conservative values and our conservative donations the company will make. The shop is covered in Trump memorabilia. The name of the gay club next to it is called Quench Lounge.
Yeah.
I live.
I'm like, yeah.
I live. Quench.
How you doing?
And I fear that this is the tribalistic stuff that Trump country continues to agitate and make worse and create areas for violence that doesn't need to be had. Stay at home with your opinions about what I do with another consenting adult. That don't have nothing to do with you. The Malcolm X petty in me would like to see the Quench ownership open his doors to gays with guns as well. That's only going to cause a big mess and a bigger issue more than likely. More people with more guns does not make more peace. But I don't want to see Pulse Nightclub Part 2. I really don't. So, Quench, please protect your customers as much as you can. People like this coming up with conservative grounds, you're trash, you're bored, you probably don't get fucked enough, or you probably want to be fucked by the people that you are pretending that you want to kill. Stop it.
Florida continues to be one of the states who reports the largest unemployment growth. So, I mean, like, the people are unemployed down in Florida. So, if the Republicans or the left-leaning, the right-leaning, I don't know, left and right, girl, who knows which direction the world is going into. But Florida has so much going on. So, if you had so much money to start a business, how about you start a career center? How about you help keep people employed? A career training center. These people are constantly losing their jobs. In which markets? And I would like to see my conservative brothers and sisters continue to get something and do something, be able to take care of their families and be fruitful in society instead of preaching and teaching and just showing off hate. Because it took a nigga who was, well, a white nigga, who was unemployed sitting around thinking about, oh, I can start a Donald Trump coffee shop and put it next to a gay bar for a marketing scheme. Take that alleged great mind that you have and do something that's actual. I mean, you could do some actual something.
Work.
Instead of being dumb with this bullshit. That's it. That's my colorful commentary because I can go to tangent, which I like to do, but have a podcast. But next story.
Next story was the article written on BuzzFeed called High on Hate. It's written by Kyle Grillot or Griot.
Okay.
Or Griot. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It may be
Murder that.
It may be Creole. The story is entitled "How Racism, Meth, and Sex Are Combining to Destroy Queer Black Lives." He talks about the story of the victims and the survivors of Ed Buck. He also interviews Jason Zhu, who is the founder of Take Down Tina and a porn star.
Porn performer.
There we go. I don't know what's
Yeah.
appropriate to say today. I be forgetting because I just want to say porn star and then be like,
I have an OnlyFans, but I'm not signed to an agency.
I'm a model. And I know Jason Zhu is not that type. I ain't gonna say
Okay,
that.
story. BuzzFeed, meth.
He recounts a story of being chased down on foot while two men were in the car, and talks about harrowing issues that white men and meth almost killed him through. And so, if anything, I think that we can read these stories and we can learn from these stories so we don't have to be in the same positions as Jason Zhu. Jason Zhu has also left Noral Mel and protested against Noral Mel while he was a previous star of Noral Mel, in realizing that it was problematic for there to be so many black, white, stereotypical scenes of a white bottom and a black top, or black tops and a white bottom, or multiracial top and multiracial tops, white bottom. The same fantasy was being catered to for one audience, and it's not new. Nothing new. In the words of Jasmine Masters. Okay. Nothing new.
Same shit. What was the beginning of the story captivated me? One of the beginning paragraphs said they had already kept Jason Zhu in the older, wealthy white man's house for over 12 hours. Mm-hmm. The homeowner was the ringleader, directing everything that would unfold, enlisting two black men as bait to lure Zhu, an even younger black man, to his house, injecting him with crystal methamphetamine until he began to mentally detach, then holding a pillow over his face while penetrating him. So, like, to kidnap somebody, to rape him for hours and hours and hours, and then for Jason to escape. And he said he was running down the street and knocking on doors and hoping that someone would help him. So that's scary. I wouldn't want that for anybody.
So yeah, the story details what we've been saying for months now, that the story of Ed Buck is not a lone wolf story.
It's not solo. Yeah.
This is a culture. This is not a once in a lifetime circumstance. I can't believe this one white man would do something nasty and crazy and deranged like that. There is a culture of white men doing this to a whole bunch of black and men of color out here. Pervasively, still, unimpeded. And it ain't changing, unfortunately. Enough people ain't talking about it. I don't see the effort from some of your favorite black and Latino podcasters or social media personalities that have everything to say every 5 minutes, but they don't talk about these types of issues. They want to argue about how progressive Bernie Sanders is. That shit
and
is...
when Raheem Shabazz gonna bottom on camera.
Well,
that's what they be looking for.
There's video evidence of that already.
Go bottom on camera. Well,
so again, same shit. Nothing new. Because if they did their research, that could be found.
All right.
That's all I'm saying on that.
Like,
good job, BuzzFeed.
Part 1 of 3. They got 2 more parts coming out.
Okay, they about to wear the girls out.
Yeah.
Poor choice of words. Good job, Kyle, as well, for writing the article. Obviously, hashtag execute Ed Buck, because
Honestly.
that story goes right along with that one. Ed Buck is still in jail, thank God. We will see what happens to him in August.
Yep.
I'm hoping for the worst. Last but
I
not
hope
least,
he don't come in here with no cane like Michael Weinstein.
I hope he comes out with a
'Cause,
cane and
you
falls
know,
and breaks 3 things. I'm okay, fine,
a hip, a knee, and an ankle.
because he dying right after that.
Please. Y'all kill me. No, I mean, don't do that. Whatever. Y'all get on my nerves.
Damn, I wish you wouldn't have said that before this next story.
Okay, what's the next story?
I promise y'all, when we get to Songs for Our Souls, I'm gonna brighten it up.
Redeem it. Come on.
But this ain't it. There was a transgender woman shot and killed in a women's bathroom in McDonald's
Where?
in Puerto Rico. I'm gonna butcher her name, and with as much or as little Spanish as I know, I probably shouldn't have. I believe her name is Nulisa Luciano Ruiz.
We speak your name.
She was killed early last Monday morning. Again, the story hadn't fully come out because Puerto Rico
They don't want it out.
doesn't really release things like this often. And then, I'll leave that there. It was the northern coast of Puerto Rico. Police are investigating if footage uploaded on social media where at least 2 men can be heard ridiculing and threatening a person thought to be the victim ahead of the gunfire is the actual killing. It is. So what had happened was Nulisa went to the McDonald's like any fucking body else. It literally says outside of McDonald's, served billions have been served at the fucking McDonald's. You, two, him, her, the whole goddamn crew. Everybody that went.
Gender identity.
Everybody that went. Nulisa went to the McDonald's to get her a piece of burger. At the McDonald's, she had to use the restroom. Coronavirus is out here. Wash your fucking hands before you
20
eat.
seconds.
We don't know why she was going to the restroom. It don't fucking matter. The restrooms in McDonald's are free. Go to the restroom, get your piece of burger, go home, come back another
And anybody
day.
know if you got to go to the bathroom in one of these little fast food restaurants, girl, it's
You
serious.
got to go to the
I
bathroom.
gotta go to the bathroom.
I can't wait till I get back home.
I'm not just going to this. Wow, I need to go right now. I gotta go right now.
So, the 2 people that were arguing / cussing at her before the shooting death saw her going into the women's restroom. Had a problem with her going into the women's restroom. And once all of that was said and done, before it was all over, Nulisa was gone. Dead because somebody was in their feelings about a transgender woman using a bathroom in Puerto Rico. It's an unfortunate story. I really wish I didn't have to report it. Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States, and so I want us to remember that these things are still happening in the United States to this day. We are not safe. Be alert and be vigilant. Nulisa did nothing wrong here. I'm definitely not on that team because there are a faction of the community that just believe you got to do the right things in the right type of communities to stay out of trouble. And that's not correct because when you do the right things in the right type of communities and you just try to play the game and get along and just go get you a piece of burger and go home.
I'm going to get for the $1 Coca-Cola because McDonald's be having a special on the Coca-Cola products.
But even if you're trying to do that,
and you can mix
you
some
can
good
just
tequila
do
with a Coca-Cola product.
No one who does that.
Not specifically a Coca-Cola, but you can mix some drugs. I mean, shh. Hey.
Wow. You can literally just go and you be quiet, pay your money, get your burger and your Coca-Cola for your tequila later, whatever, and just be going back out the door and going home and mind your business. And the same thing can happen to you because someone looks at you and sees that you might be different, or that you might be,
because I got a switch in my walk,
or you talk different, or
my
any
voice
of the,
off. Yeah, all the things
any of those things, and you are literally just doing the right thing, going in, paying your money to get a service from a restaurant, and trying to get back home, and the same thing can happen to you.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you're trying to use a bathroom that they're misgendering, saying that you shouldn't be in that bathroom.
Girl, is you the manager here? What is going on?
So, I'm not with that shit. Fuck that. I'm absolutely not here for it.
Rest in power to our sister.
Yes. There are activists on the ground. Pedro Julio Serrano is one of the LGBT activists
Can't even
on the
look at your
ground
$2 apple pies.
that
in
is
peace.
trying to get the government to even investigate this as a hate crime. We even have to ask them to investigate this as a hate crime,
We have to
because
demand
otherwise,
that they get make it a
correct,
hate crime.
because otherwise, it's just gonna be nothing. There will be no charges pressed, no criminals found, and more LGBT people dead in the streets. So I'm absolutely not here for it. Puerto Rico, please do better.
Get it together, like they said.
Yep. That is the end of Hot Topics this week.
And of
slash
course,
Tepic Topics.
it's always execute Ed Buck. We got to do.
I just did Execute Ed Book.
Oh, that was the execute Ed Buck. Oh wow.
I talked about Execute Ed Book right along with the last story.
Oh, Bill. This week in social studies, we're talking about hot jobs in 2020. Now, I will tell y'all, I did look at the hot jobs in 2020 list, and I only picked jobs that matter to me. Ronald matters. So it's secretly
But how many jobs have you had though? So this is
called the jobs y'all need to be doing, so I can benefit from them.
Oh, okay.
The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says from 2018, they did their 10-year plan in 2018. So from 2018 to 2028, healthcare occupations and those related to healthcare are projected to account for 18 of the 30 fastest growing occupations. So if y'all know any nurses that can come down to the jobs, operating room nurses, anesthesia nurses, home health nurses, because y'all know when grandma gets sick, as millennials, we're like, well, can we just pay for somebody? Because I can't take off work to go somebody to sit around with mama all day. And
Well, home health nurses do a lot more than
they
that.
do a whole lot more than that. And I don't know what those things entail because I don't want to find out. I would rather just pay somebody. And of course, when you get sick and need to come to the hospital, you definitely want a skilled nurse. You want someone to give you anesthesia to give you the good stuff. So please, we need nurses down to the hospitals. We need nurses down to the homes. We need nurses everywhere. So while y'all going to get you another degree in photography, please.
Hold on.
Go. You get a degree in photography?
Someone I love has one.
Oh, he has a degree. Yes, that's fine.
He has a great job as well.
He does. Oh, you took this personal. Wow.
Cause you said like it's don't minimize creatives.
I'm a creator. I'm sitting right here right now with a
That's why you
podcast
shouldn't
and a
be
blog.
minimizing. That's why
I'm
you
not.
shouldn't.
But the jobs y'all need to be doing so I can benefit from them. That's what I said. I picked 5 jobs that y'all need to be doing so I personally can benefit from them. Nurses. Thanks. Teachers. Middle school and high school teachers. Apparently y'all like, when I get this teaching degree, I want to teach 5 and 6-year-olds how to paint and color and learn their ABCs. But see, about when the time they turn 12, 13, they got a mouth, they got an opinion, and they started being bad, and then their hormones is raging, and they ain't did their homework, and they got a smart comment about why it ain't did. Apparently, teachers give up. Teachers like, I'll come to work for that. They not gonna get my damn master's in education for that. So, but according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, back in 2018, when the 10-year plan was concocted, there were 1.35 million people working as middle and high school teachers. And there is a lot of growth for people who teach computer sciences and mathematical sciences. Statisticians is another job that was...
Statisticians.
Oh, big words. That's why I don't know it. Statisticians is another job that was on here, but I like, I don't know what that is. I don't know how it could benefit me, so I'm just gonna move on. But we do need more skilled teachers and teachers that aren't pedophiles. The number 3 thing is I combined this one: general maintenance repair and plumber. So there's 2 jobs that I put together. With only a high school diploma, the median income in 2018 was $38,000 for general repairmen, and the top 10% earned $62,000. So while y'all out here on TaskRabbit saying, "Oh, I need somebody to come look at this, or come paint my wall, or I need somebody,"
They're
to
not on
come...
TaskRabbit asking for painting up the walls. They know something else.
And also plumbers, the median income for plumbers ranged anywhere from $54,000 to $94,000, and you can do that with a high school diploma. It's going to take a lot of experience, of course, but that's why I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all need to get started early. If you're 24 years old listening to this podcast, by 30 you could be making $94,000, and you could be on TaskRabbit and Thumbtack. That's another if you get a bad rating on Thumbtack, it's like going from Uber to Lyft. You leave TaskRabbit, you get on Thumbtack, and you can still get your supplemental income when you get off work at 5:30. Oh, I can fix one more sink tonight, or tell somebody else how to code their house for...
Jack off somebody else's husband.
That ain't the only thing leaking around here. Hello. Well, that was funny because I be doing stuff like that. Computer specialist. Computer specialist.
And you not on Thumbtack. And you just do it for free.
Yeah, these things be leaking out here. Computer specialist.
That's how you get the coronavirus.
I'm trying to do number 4 and number 5. Come on. Computer specialist. I know for certain when my computer breaks, I just want to know who can come fix it, who can come look at it, whether it's a hardware issue or a software issue. I don't know nothing about it. So, hot jobs in 2020, I need y'all to be learning about the computers, okay? Software developers, the median income, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, said the median income is $104,000. Now, I don't know what you got to get an associate's in.
I don't know what you came to do.
But if the median income is $104,000, I could go get an association degree with that. What's going on? And for hardware technicians, the median income was like $54,000. But being good with your hands and knowing what's wrong with the computer, how to fix the screen, getting it fixed in a timely manner, yes, I would like that. Because when my computer break, I got a blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel. I got things to submit to. I have deadlines. So I need y'all to be studying computer specialists. And the last thing, this was more for y'all than it is for me, but fitness instructors was listed on a lot of the hot jobs in 2020 list that I was looking through. Apparently, the top 10% of fitness instructors earned $72,000. That sounded to me like you have to live in a major city like a New York or a DC or a Miami and be working at a Soul Cycle or a
Vita.
Or the other ones that the rich people go to.
Vita.
No. Equinox.
Oh,
no.
I ain't never been that rich. I don't even know that
that's
one.
on, like, I walked past one time. I was going to the Apple store.
I just know the rich gays go to Vita. So that's all I know.
And definitely if you're a manager at a recreational center, they earned a lot of money as well. And that's a hot job in 2020. And of course, you know, the gays love coin. The gays out-earn our heterosexual counterparts because we're smarter.
And we ain't got no kids.
And we have more expendable income due to not having children. So, hot jobs in 2020, a.k.a. the jobs I need y'all to be doing so I can benefit. Because I do need a personal trainer. But I think, do fitness instructors offer, like, meal prep? I need y'all to be working the girls out, but then helping the girls fill their bellies, too. So, I didn't see personal chefs on the list, but... Cool.
Yeah, some of them do. Some of the trainers but it's additional.
You can work out.
Like I went with I don't know if I want to say his name because he didn't give me no money to say this. No, he was really good.
Okay.
But he's a personal trainer and he has his own label of like muscle milk powder,
Okay.
like for your protein shake. And he also does meal plans, and he doesn't send. I don't think he sends you anything, but he tells you what to go buy and then how to prepare it
Okay.
properly. So,
It's like selling ebooks, workbooks,
Yeah.
and things like that. Yeah.
well, he does it. He does like videos and then consultations.
And that's how you make additional income to
Yeah.
your fitness.
Yeah, and he's got his own
instructor.
gym in a decent, almost
Okay.
a decent area.
Okay. Yeah.
This week in sexual health, I wanted to talk about a subject that a whole bunch of straight black hotep people apparently don't know shit about because they took to the
Gender
internet.
identity?
It's close. You had one word right.
Gender.
Gender.
They get confused about the gender thing.
And so this week in sexual health, I wanted to make sure that we had the facts about this so that we could go out and arm or argue with these dumb people on the internet or in real life that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because when Zaya's story took to the internet, their ignorance showed. Continues to show. I watched a video earlier of, and it's not new, but it's just recent.
Can I go wash my hands? I feel like Corona is jumping out. Oh my God. We need a hand sanitizer. Here for a podcast, need a hand sanitizer. Corona is out here.
Well, hand sanitizer is worse because it just
Moves the things around.
moves the things around and then it makes your skin less.
Oh, the moisturization of it all.
Not the moisturization, it's the alcohol actually that breaks down the barrier that protects your skin from bacteria and viruses.
Also,
it's
you literally
better.
have to wash your hands.
You need to wash your hands. The alcohol is a stopgap. Like I just gotta clean my hands right now, and then I need to go wash my hands.
Oh, wow.
But anyway,
we got a nurse on staff. Thank you, nurse on staff. What? Okay, sorry.
Anyway, the Zaya story that has been going on for weeks has upset all of the straight black people. I haven't even seen white people talk about the story at all. All the straight black people have so much to say about the Zaya story, and don't cut his dick off, man. So I figured that we would
joke.
if you don't know these things, that we would talk about them so you are armed when you are faced with a little boosie in your life. I pray you are not.
Please don't be. It's Corona already out here.
Lil Boosie's still out here. He ain't at Planet Fitness, but he out here. The topic is gender reassignment / confirmation surgery. I just want to make. Do I have 5? I have 6 actually. I have 6 points. There are more than one type of surgery for trans people. And not all trans people want to alter their genitalia in surgery. Mm-hmm. So that's the basis when anyone talks about gender reassignment / gender confirmation surgery. They attribute it only to the genitalia of, okay, if you were assigned male at birth, or if you were assigned male at birth, you want to cut your penis off. If you were assigned female at birth, you want to shut your vagina down and take cartilage out of a piece of your body to create a penis. And there are surgical and there are medical names for these. And if you're not a medical professional, you're not gonna know them. So that's why I'm not even
going to give you all that.
So I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just saying what people,
the
general
perception is in the
general
public.
people know. Anyway, so there are more than one type of surgeries, and they're outside of the genitalia. Does not always involve the genitalia.
People get their Adam's apple shaved. You can get your hairline pushed back. I remember Gigi Gorgeous on YouTube as a part of her transition. She wanted to get her hairline pushed back, and she got a facial feminization surgery. Caitlyn Jenner got the facial feminization surgery. That was a 10-hour procedure, and they had nothing to do with cutting dick off.
Next, pre-op is a word that we use in our community a lot. Just pre-op, meaning pre-operation. Pre-operation, trans people are folks who want to have gender-affirming surgeries, but either can't pay for them right now or don't qualify for them yet. So, these are the people that they need to have surgery to feel like the person who inside. They know that they are inside. We're going to get into top and bottom surgery here in a minute, but it doesn't matter what type of surgery that they want to have. they want something to make them feel like the person who they are on the inside. Mm-hmm. These are called pre-operational trans people. Mm-hmm. The slang is pre-op. Mm-hmm. So that means I have a goal that to be the full man that I want to be, or to be the full woman I want to be, or know that I am, I got to get this done to me. Pre-op/pre-operation.
I want to get my tits. What was her name? Marisa on YouTube. She's like, she want to get her tits.
She would be the ideal definition of what a pre-op transsexual woman is.
Because she just want.
She has an aim, and she knows how she's gonna get it. A white man from Westchester.
Yeah, she gonna scam him and get her tits done.
The no gorilla part was problematic, but it was years ago before we could say
before
stuff.
cancel culture.
Well, she already canceled. Anyway, no-op, opposite of pre-op. No-op are trans people who don't want any surgeries.
They don't want.
Was that ghetto?
There was.
I wrote it just like that.
I'm here for it.
Anyway, if it sounded ghetto, it's a ghetto nigga that wrote it.
Hello, this is Ghetto Ass Podcast, patreon.com.
No-op trans people are trans people that don't want no surgery. Did that
double
sound
negatives? Yes, double negative. Don't want no
surgeries. That means they are comfortable in every way, shape, and form that they are in right now, and they don't believe or need anything to reassign or confirm who they are on the inside, because it shows on the outside. And if you can't fucking see it, fuck you, bitch.
Assigned male at birth. Get out of my face. Assigned male at birth. Go away from me.
Yeah, that's no-op. No-op
/
no operation trans people. It can be trans men or trans women along the spectrum of many people.
You better give the trans people their flowers.
I'm hoping to arm people so that they will know this stuff when Lil Boosie show up.
Wow, go away.
He gonna go to Gold's Gym now. He got to go somewhere to do non-workouts. You seen the videos of him non-working out? Like, nigga, what are you? Okay. Right. And you non-working out at Planet Fitness. Anyway, next, top surgery is not gender specific. It is when someone with someone with more breast tissue than they want gets it reduced, or when someone who wants more breast tissue gets it added. So, let me reiterate that again. That is what top surgery is. The top of your body, the top of your breastplate. If you have more breast tissue than you want, and you want to get it taken away, i.e. someone that may have been assigned female at birth, they have grown up and this large breast tissue has been the bane of their existence. And they're like, you are fucking up the way I feel about myself. Mm-hmm. I need to get rid of you. Or if you are quote unquote assigned male at birth and you've been looking at your chest and you're like, these are not the breasts that I know I should have. I know that I should have a good C to a D minus or a D plus, because that is who I am. Uh-huh. Me on the inside has titties that bounce when I walk. I don't give a fuck what, like, it's not happening for me on the, it's not happening for me on the outside, but on the inside I got titties that bounce when I walk. Uh-huh. And I need to make it happen on the outside.
I'm showing here that 25,000 men as of 2018, according to the the Society of Plastic Surgeons. So 25,000 men said, like, girl, it's too much breast tissue up in here. So I know that, and it's also doable in women. Women get breast reductions, they get mastopexies, they move the tissue around, top surgery.
Yeah, obviously that's important for possible cancer patients and current cancer patients, because you want to minimize your risk of the cancer spreading, growing, or anything like that, or actually removing the cancer or removing the whole breast tissue that may be causing cancer.
But I was telling you earlier that my left one is bigger than my right one. It's because of my dominant hand, maybe. I'm left-handed, maybe my left one is...
Well, maybe you just need top surgery.
Here we go. All right. Oh, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind having man boobs. I just wish they was equal.
So again,
I just want them to be equal.
It's not even just trans people.
Yeah.
You can decide.
I'm fine.
This me on the inside, I'm gonna have pecs like Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Here we go.
I just feel like it. You know, you can decide.
Keep my man's name at your mouth. The ghetto.
This is gonna be the last episode of Fear for a Podcast because Ronald Matters is going missing.
You're racism.
He thinks this
you
is
are racism.
He thinks this is a joke.
Yahya, I love you. I'll say your name 5 times.
Name 2 of his other characters.
Beyonce.
No, that's what I thought. Moving on. Hormone replacement therapy can accompany gender confirmation surgery as well as hormone suppressants. I think this is a important point because it includes medical intervention, but it's not technically surgery. It does fall in the line of reassignment because if you are taking hormones to alter or reassign your perceived gender, quote unquote, then that is a part of gender reassignment. It is not surgery because it's not invasive where you got to be put under anesthesia to have something done. It still could also be gender confirmation as well because again, if I am a trans man and I have always felt that my voice should be deeper, I should have more of a male presenting voice, then, you know, I don't want to sound like someone that I'm not. So if I need to take these hormones so that I can sound like who I believe that I am, and, you know, my facial hair can grow, I don't have to look like
and
a
hips
baby
run
face.
in my family, and I don't want hips. I do not want hips.
Well, that's a hard thing to get past.
I want to take hormone blockers and
suppressants.
I don't want my breasts to come in because 46 triple Fs run in my family.
So that's the other part of hormone replacement therapy and hormone suppressants.
Yeah.
People, it's a hot button issue because people are trying to avoid teenagers from doing hormone replacement therapies or hormone suppressants early in their lives because they feel the same way as these ignorant hotep people that early in their life can't make decisions about their life and that it will further impact them for the rest of their lives. The people that need to be having that conversation is the person that's going to be impacted for the rest of their life and their mental health provider and their parents, not you.
Niggas on Twitter.
Not you. You not in that conversation. You not in that conversation. You're not even remotely in that conversation. You don't even get to have an opinion about what those 3 entities come up with. Because what they come up with...
You ain't got $1 to put on it.
Or $1 to try to take it back. So that's the first thing a lot of these ignorant hotep ass people point at is like the 1% of people that take the hormone suppressants or hormone replacements that decide in their mid-20s, I shouldn't have done that, and I want to live my life as a woman, as a female who was assigned female at birth. And that is okay and that's valid. They get to go on their journey and be whoever they want to be.
Please do
But that is not the totality of people that make these decisions. And you don't get to point at the 1% of people that make these decisions and then cast the wide net over the 99% of the people that make these decisions that know what's right about their life.
Yeah.
And what their mental health professional has told them is okay after many counseling sessions. You can't just walk into a doctor's office and say, my son is trans or my daughter is trans and I want them to get hormone replacement therapy.
Can we take this to Blue Shield? No, you have to sit there for months.
You have to get clearance from mental health providers before that even happens. So, be mindful. Some of them ain't going to be that.
In some capacity.
Be mindful. Be knowledgeable if you ain't going to be mindful. And if you at least knowledgeable on the subject, you'll be like, let me shut up. If you're not going to be mindful, you can at least be knowledgeable. And if nothing else, you can just ignore. You can be ignorant. last but not least, it doesn't make any less. It doesn't make you any less of a trans person if you don't want to do any of the things that would identify you as trans. If you don't want to do hormones, if you don't want to do surgery, if you don't want to do your hair, like
Please do your hair. Not just, this don't have nothing to do with being trans. Do your hair for yourself.
well, again, you don't have to have a feminine hairstyle if you are a trans woman.
Yeah.
You can be out here Ayanna Presley and still be a trans woman.
Come on.
That doesn't affect. I am not your hair.
I think she's more
better
beautiful
looking as a bald woman. I agree.
Really, yeah.
She looks more powerful.
Honestly.
Member of Dora Milaje. Shout out. But what I'm saying is you don't have to conform to the societal norms of, since I'm a trans woman, let me go out and get me some lace fronts or some wigs so that I can fit in. If you want to look that way as a trans woman, by all means, but don't confine yourself to what society tells you other trans women should look like. I had a conversation with a trans woman last summer, and she was telling me how hard it was being a trans girl and being a new trans girl. Damn, I don't know if she listens to this podcast. Fuck. Well, I'm not gonna divulge her name. But I'm sure her story is not dissimilar from a lot of other trans girls. She was saying how hard it was to keep up her hair in the summer because I'm new. She was new to being trans, and she was new to putting in pieces and having a lace front and keeping this shit going for 2 weeks. And then, girl, I got to go back down here and get him another $600 to do this shit again. Yeah. What the fuck? And it's hot outside and it's sweating and I got to wash this shit. So if you don't want to do any of that, if that's not your trans journey, don't go. You don't got to be confined to what society tells you have to be confined. 2, your grandness is valid regardless of your societal appearance. And that is all I got to say for sexual health.
Was I with you when she told you this story? I vaguely feel like I was there.
Okay, well, stop adding the pieces together.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
What's the song for your soul?
Shout out to Pose coming back. They're going to be set in the year 1992. And I was thinking like songs that came out in 91, 92, like around that time. And I fell into, no pause. Jodeci.
You're going to be a whole top this whole episode.
I'm be in their ass. Shout out to Stay by Jodeci, which was released as their 3rd single in December 91. So Jodeci came from their debut album.
Did you watch the Drew Hill
Unsung?
Okay, that's it.
Of course I did.
Nope, that's it. Go ahead.
Okay, so 91 going into 92, Jodeci was giving us their 3rd single from their debut album. And I just really hope that during like one of the sex scenes with Billy Porter and this year, suppose we get something like
Dylan Burnside.
The lyrics where he says, starting out the first verse, I have to be honest with you, baby. I lied when I told you I never want to see you again. And now he tells us, well, can you just stay for tonight? And can we hold each other and make love? See, I'm about to put a scab off this relationship. And then now I'm back up here in his bed. And I'm up here looking dumb. And calling Superman. Thought, he just want me to stay. But shout out to Stay by Jodeci. And shout out to Kelly Rowland's girls group, June's Diary. They did a cover of Stay by Jodeci. And I love their version of it as well. Video was produced by Derek Blanks. It was very cute for an up-and-coming R&B girl group. It was very cute. So check June's Diary's cover out as well.
That was romantic.
Thank you. I'm excited for Pose. They're telling
we ain't gonna get it though. Like, what's it gonna come out at the end of the year?
If they started filming today, they got 8 weeks to start editing, so they can get it done and get a teaser trailer out by mid-May and drop it 4 weeks later.
No,
they can drop it 4 weeks later.
I don't think so.
Around the time of the RuPaul's Drag Race wrap up.
If they do that, it's gonna be
14 queens. So I was like, girl, this is gonna be wow.
If they do that, it's gonna be like a Tyler Perry production, and so I'd just rather wait till next summer.
April 12th, Insecure on HBO. We done waited 2 years for that. So.
And she was out here doing movies that nobody gonna watch.
And no, the photograph.
I watched it because I wanted to support, but I'm not gonna watch it again.
She said black people don't get to be boring, and I sat through 90 minutes of that. So,
well, she got to be boring twice because she with that Kumail Nanjiani.
who we love. I love him as an actor.
Oh,
but
like
I
in
don't,
what?
I mean, just like like when I see him, I'm like, oh, okay, I would watch a movie with him in it. I didn't watch Stuber, but he was with the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, and they were in a taxi or Uber or something together. Now, I didn't watch the movie, but when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, I like him as an actor.
So it didn't even inspire you to watch the movie. Cool. What else did you watch with him in it?
He gonna get to be born in the new.
He about to be born again. Cool.
In Lovebirds. Okay. They come out in April too.
Right.
Song for Your Soul.
You gonna ride in the Jagged with Daddy. You should have known. Girl, you look... I ain't even gonna say girl. I'm gonna replace these pronouns.
Thank you, please.
Juvenile, forgive me. Boy,
Huh?
you looks good. Won't you back that ass up? You's a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that ass up? Call me Big Daddy when you back that ass up. Ho, is you playing? Back that ass up.
Oh.
Girl, you looks
had me to that
good.
part.
Damn, I should have. Well, okay. So I'm gonna flex between boy and girl. You're gonna be all the things. Girl, you looks good. Won't you back that ass up? You's a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that ass up? Call me Big Daddy when you back that ass up. Ho, is you playing? Won't you back that ass up? The iconic Forever Bop of Juvenile from 1998, Back That Ass Up, made its presidential debut this past week in Tom Steyer's presidential campaign, now failed presidential campaign, as he has dropped out of the race. But it was hilarious to me that Tom Steyer brought Juvenile on stage to pander to black people, to get black people to vote for him that were never going to vote for him. And he was dancing and getting his entire life with no rhythm. I had no choice but to stand for the moment. I don't give a fuck about Tom Steyer at all. Didn't even know I wanted to see Juvenile perform the song again at all. Unless it was really in like a Millennium Tour like concert with like
Ashanti and
well, Ashanti's already in a Millennium Tour concert. I mean, like people from that era, like the Hot Boys got back together.
yeah, the 504 Boys.
Yeah.
Oh
shit, one of them dead.
No Limit Records.
I don't want to see them. They problematic.
Make them say, I want to see Mia X.
I would see Mia X.
Yeah. She's a cancer survivor.
Anyway,
and then we can do fun. We can give funds the proceeds. You know, we always have a charitable arm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Back That Ass Up is a song for my soul. Again, I think it's been a song for my soul at least 3 or 4 times throughout the years of this podcast. Other people can't say that. And it's probably going to be the song for my soul again before the end of this podcast, because it's that bitch. It transcends culture. It transcends race. It transcends continents. I've heard it in other countries. It is that girl. Back that ass up.
What are you here for this week? You don't want to go first?
No.
Okay. Shout out to Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and Atlanta Police Chief Erica Shields. That's a good name for a police chief, Erica Shields. Brandy.
She been trying to be the police chief for 20 years now. She's like, bitch, my last name is Shields.
I'm gonna get that.
Who else is up for the job? Their last name ain't Shields.
Talk about it, bitch. They announced in 2019 that they were reopening cases and retesting evidence since DNA has come so far in the last 40, 50 years. Specifically related to this new HBO documentary that's coming out called Atlanta's Missing and Murdered: The Lost Children. I stole this synopsis from some website, and I didn't credit them, so y'all don't get no credit. Over the course of the late 70s and
Critic.
early... Memphis made the Shade Room. So, over the course of the late 70s...
The founders of the Shade Room are from Memphis?
No. I told you that we made the Shade Room.
Oh, girl, I told you I don't fuck with the Shade Room comments. And that's why I was like, I can't believe you put my name in these goddamn Shade Room
Okay,
comments.
well, I'm doing what I'm here for, then I'm going to do what I'm not here for. So, hold steady. Over the course of the late 70s and early 80s, nearly 30 black children and adolescents and a handful of adults were killed. Authorities suspected that it was a serial killer. In 1981, former club promoter Wayne Williams was arrested and convicted for the murders of the adults after fibers from his home and car were found on the bodies. Police suspected Wayne Williams was also responsible for the child murders, but there was no evidence. End of the synopsis. So, Mayor Bottoms, I'm here for this. We'll get some black justice. We got HBO on the case, covering and being nosy as well. And hopefully, justice will be served for the children of Atlanta. And there's so many children in Atlanta. So many children in Atlanta. I'm absolutely here for that. So what I'm not here for this week is Memphis made the Shade Room. It was a screenshot of a text thread on an iPhone. So y'all know y'all iPhone people claim y'all better than people, including me.
And y'all are wrong.
Cool story, bro. And then the person didn't even save their number. It was like 901 and whatever the prefix and suffix was. It was, hey, bruh, we at the Oak Court Mall. My baby mama just got her taxes back. Come rob us. Hit me, but don't hit me hard.
So you laughing because you know this is real. Like, this not made up or nothing.
I was like,
real.
oh, wow, the Oak Court Mall in 2020, that's not even the mall, like, to go to anymore. But I guess they were in the boutiques.
Who is keeping Oak Court Mall open?
You!
No, I ain't bought shit there.
Bitch, I worked at the American Eagle in Oak Court Mall. They ain't there no more, but shout out to when the mall was good and I worked there at American Eagle. So... the person realized they had texted the wrong person and said wrong number. And then the person responded back, nah, bro, where y'all at? And somehow this made the Shade Room. I was like, why is Memphis on the Shade Room? Why?
Why not?
And then the person who was HIV positive, who was a dance coach down to the Dancing Dolls on the Lifetime show, he was sentenced to like 9 or 10 months for exposing a 16-year-old dancer to HIV or something like that. That made the Love Be Scott, and I was like, I don't even know. I didn't even read it. I was too embarrassed. Embarrassed is the right word.
Embarrassed.
Devastated. Could not believe that this had happened down to the Memphis. But pretty please, you guys, go get tested. Don't be doing stuff with the children. Let them grow up in peace. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the right things to say are. If you're a dance coach, you have a 16-year-old male dancer, and you're in your car, and y'all are doing sexual activities, can you say, well, he liked it, he wanted it, the child participated as well, he's supposed to be mature enough, or what is your response? I don't know. I don't have the answer, but Memphis, they made the Shade Room, we made the Love Be Scott for all the wrong reasons, and I know Memphis has so much more to give.
Are y'all on the primaries today? Today is Super Tuesday.
Tennessee did. Well, Tennessee was also in the lawsuits today, because due to the tornado,
Well, that was Nashville.
voting places down to the Tennessee, just down to the Tennessee overall. So Tennessee is voting today.
Oh, okay. That's
Memphis is voting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. So y'all about to make some news tonight.
Yeah,
Some more news. That's all I'm asking.
Memphis, Tennessee as a whole, we just stay in the news. I'm scared. I want some good news to report soon.
I ain't got none.
That I can be here for.
Oh, my last call is.
Okay.
What I am...
You here for something?
No,
week?
of course
Okay.
not. So this organization, and I use that word loosely, 1 Million Moms, I have dragged a couple other times on this show. hopefully, if you have not heard some of the episodes that I've dragged 1 Million Moms, go back and listen to some old episodes. Go and look at some old episode titles and be like, you know what? I'm just going to randomly listen to this for an hour and see what they was talking about. You might run into an episode where I read 1 Million Moms. So I didn't even talk about this story initially because I knew nobody was going to see this movie. And that meant that it was not going to matter, which is why I think Disney did this. Lena Waithe is a cartoon character who is a Cyclops cop in a same-sex relationship in a cartoon movie called Onward. The white gays were very enthused because it was representation, and I was not enthused because I knew nobody was going to go see it, and then it wouldn't be representation if nobody saw it. And I think that was on purpose. But what I'm really peeved about is 1 Million Moms saying Disney should stick to entertaining and not pushing an agenda. The agenda of a cartoon police officer being in a relationship with another woman. One, if Disney wants to push an agenda, they will put it in a goddamn Avengers movie. That's where Disney will push an agenda. If they just want to say, oh, look, we did something a little bit of gay. We on LGBT for everybody. They'll put it in a small cartoon niche-ass movie that is not going to go anywhere. No one is going to see it. It is going to only be attributed to Disney in name. And that is it, unfortunately. I am here for Lena Waithe winning. I really am. This is not a drag of Lena Waithe. I'm glad that she got a check and got to do something. And more than likely had a hand in making the character gay and making the character a lesbian. I'm sure she probably had a hand.
Y'all calling my phone. It gotta be gay. What's y'all about?
And that's the response when anyone would call my phone and ask me to do it. It's gay.
It gotta be gay, bro.
At the end of the day, it's got to be
in the ass. It's going in the ass.
At the end of the day, it got to be gay.
Get shirts made.
So, the quote unquote 1 Million Mom Club is based of 20,000 conservative Christian women. So that means y'all can't even count good. 1
How
million,
many?
20,000 conservative Christians.
They got that many emails. Have a damn group meeting to see how many girls show up. Book a retreat. The girls ain't gonna be able to go. It ain't a pay week for them.
Well, they white housewives, so they might be able to. They wrote a letter and signed a petition to Disney saying that the character goes against their beliefs and values. The character is not even one of the main characters. Probably doesn't even have much screen time.
The total screen time ain't even
of the movie. The movie is about children trying to bring back their lost father. We don't know whether he's really dead or not. I would stream it. I'm not gonna pay $20 to go to the movies to go see it. Because, you know, movie tickets is expensive, and then if you go, you got a man, you got to take him, and then y'all got to buy popcorn and an icy, and then parking. I'm gonna stream it, but 1 Million Moms can go suck some dick, because if they were sucking dick, they would not have time to worry about what is in Disney movies. Disney movies are not about to put porn scenes that's going to destroy your kids. Your kids know that lesbians are in the world. They know that gay people are real. They know about trans people most of the time. Stop trying to make them bigots and liars and losers like you. Go suck some dick, get your business together, and learn how to count, especially if you're calling yourself 1 Million Moms, and it's only 20,000 of y'all. I'm not here for it.
That they have that many email addresses. Have a meeting and see how many people show up. Even if you do like a webinar, see how many people show up. And them the real bitches. It's gonna be like 10 girls. I'm telling you.
Just told her.
She was like, so did nobody just see him roll the whole wheelchair around the courtroom as he talked? Cool.
That's what I'm saying is the courtroom that be in Judge Toller's office that's what the 1 million moms is. Look out there, it's like 40 bitches. Is that the 1 million moms?
Oh, you asking me? I don't know. I don't think so. It's getting hot in here.
It is now time for our favorite part of the show. If you have not listened to an episode of Pure 4 Podcast, make sure you subscribe because you missed a whole bunch. But if you have listened, make sure you pour yourself a shot of whatever you perceivably can have if you are at work. Latte, coffee, cappuccino, water.
I was going to buy Pedialyte and tell you I was going to drink tonight, but I stopped by the liquor store instead of the CVS.
So you decided you was going to lie to yourself all day. Cool.
And lie to you. You like it. This is our last
call.
I'm like, this move on.
I wanted to make sure truth was being told. Make sure you take one as well.
Hey. I got to redeem myself for earlier. Okay. My last call goes to Black Excellence of Widow Von Du from Kansas City, Missouri.
We're going to stand twice, apparently.
If she ain't did nothing this week, she performed. She wrote that verse. She gave y'all an interest look. She said, what she say about the
She choreographed the other girls, and they didn't want to give her credit for that. But let's be...
Calm your throats, bitches, because you're gagging. Okay, episode 1. Y'all love the way she walked, because she walked with a vengeance. She a grown woman. So Widow Von Du, she got Nicki Minaj's endorsement. And she is...
that means enough.
So, she don't even got to win the competition. She slayed y'all girls with episode 1. Y'all stand. So, yeah. Widow Von Du...
And did product placement and told Nicki Minaj, well, if you really love me, call me for the video. We know Nicki got videos coming up. Secure the bag. What I also love about her, besides her charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent,
come on, team talent,
is that one, she's obviously a big girl. There have been many big girls for 12 regular seasons and 4 all-star seasons, and no big girl has won. Yeah, that's still right. So the 16 seasons, ain't no big girl ever won. To me, after seeing her performance on the first episode, I don't know what the rest of the season gonna look like. She stands the best chance. Her or what's the New York girl? I don't know.
I see her face.
I do too. I see her
Persian
teeth.
girl.
No, not the Persian girl. The Persian girl don't know how to do her makeup without her hair showing. Britta,
that's what I meant. Britta is brown.
Yeah, Britta is Samoan.
She said she get mistaken for a black woman all the time.
Well, that's an issue between Samoa. What?
Yeah,
I don't want to go
relations. Wrong road.
You on the diaspora?
Yeah.
I don't want to each one teach one with you, but
brown.
How do you think black people got to Samoa? Anyway,
So Britta and my homegirl Widow.
Yes, the point that I'm making is she showed her charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and is a big girl who I think can win. So far, we'll see. But what I really like the most about her is she's dark skinned and she knows how to paint dark skin. That is a talent that we have not seen on this show. So many times have we seen dark skinned girls. No shade to
Latrice, Coco Montrese.
Well, I said no shade because I wasn't gonna name them, but since you named them,
okay. I like
they will be
Orange.
Wesley Snipes dark skin on the rest of their body, and then Mariah Carey in the face. I don't get it.
Mixed. Oh, they mixed. They biracial.
I don't get it.
They biracial.
I have never got it. It is never cute to me. They have said that they painted it for the cameras and stuff like that and for stage, and I'm like, I just really believe that there's a way that you can paint yourself.
TV stages you been on, man?
Well, they've been on a lot at this point. I just don't believe they know how to paint correctly.
And there's that.
I'm gonna get hate mail for this.
This is my last call. My last call is to Widow Von Jew.
It is, and that's why I'm saying I agree with your last call, because as a dark-skinned girl, she gives me hope that hopefully she can teach other dark-skinned girls to paint like the rest of their skin color.
And
You
hide
don't
in
have
closet,
to.
yeah.
You don't have to be Beyonce in the face and Wesley Snipes in the body. You can be your whole skin color and be proud and be beautiful in that. Because I think she's beautiful in drag, and she paints wonderfully. As a big girl, as a dark-skinned girl, which I don't feel like I've seen. No shade. The other ones are talented. This is going to be shade.
I was like, wow. Let me go get your cast.
Shout out to Widow. My last call is to my alma mater and previous career, the United States Army. In Military Times, they have an article that is confirming my suspicions, though it's not talked about in the media. 2/3 of the troops support allowing transgender service members in the military.
Yeah.
The study was published February 18th. The article has come out since. But Military Times does like direct polling and interviewing with current active duty service members and asking them questions about what they think about women on the battlefield, what they think about dining facilities, multiple deployments, all kinds of different things to get what the culture of current service is like. And a lot of service members and even veterans like myself still look for, articles in Military Times to gather what's really going on in military culture right now. And I think I made it my last call because a lot of conservative media and Republicans would make you believe that the military is for Trump's trans ban and is in line with not having transgender people in the military. And this story, for the people, by the people, in a military journalistic outlet, tells you that they are lying. They are bold-faced, red-handed lying. Breaking down the data from nearly 500 responses, researchers found that across demographics, including white people, because again, that's the demographic that we often attribute to serving when we see these white people serving, and we don't realize how multicultural the United States military is. More than half of every group also supported allowing transgender Americans serving in the military. So shout out to facts, shout out to journalism, and shout out to the evolving views of our actual active duty military service members who realize that the times have evolved and we don't have to stay in the 70s and the 80s and the early 90s and talking about who should be able to serve. I want the best person to serve next to me. I want the person that will save my life, will do his or her the job, and will serve honorably. And that's it. I don't give a fuck who they fuck. I don't give a fuck what their genitalia look like or what it don't. And that's the period, point blank, bottom line. And that is my last call. Thank you guys so much for listening to Here For It podcast again this week.
I'm here for it.
Oh.
No, I'm just here for it. I just want to co-sign that I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you guys again. If you want to support this podcast, the link to our Patreon will be in our description. We have an anniversary special or something coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
I'm sending the email right now, which is why I look detached. I'm working on it as we speak.
We have that coming up. Make sure that you are subscribed if you are not, because I know many of y'all are listening ain't subscribed.
You sound like Candy. Candy like, my video got 300,000 views and got 10,000 subscribers.
First off, where do you think she got that from? Because Speak On It came after Here For a Podcast.
Oh, write that down. Literally. The damn Candy Coated Squad, Click, or whatever they names is.
And I'm not even going to I'm not even gonna do that. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. See you guys next week. Take whatever prep medication is offered and is available to you, and the revolution will be televised. Oh shit!
Bye.
Bye.